Welcome to Hindu Editorial Dictation. Heading is Stop the Dismantling of Environment Rules. Editorial by Sonia Gandhi. 100 per minutes. Ready? Start. The Sanskrit words Prakati, Raksati, Raksita greet visitors at the Indra Paryavaran Bhavan, the home of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. They mean nature protests if she is protected. This ancient Indic wisdom inspired Indira Gandhi throughout her life, as referenced in many of her letters and files. She shared a deep kinship with nature. She was also cognizant that the environment cannot be protected without eradicating poverty. The origins and spread of the global novel coronavirus pandemic and its catastrophic impact are a warning to the entire world. The protection of the environment must go hand in hand with promoting public health and access to dignified livelihoods for all. Erosion of the framework. India, with its rich biodiversity and widespread inequality, must especially pay heed now. Our nation has all too often sacrificed the environment and the rights of our people while chasing the chimera of unbridled economic growth. Of course, progress requires trade offs, but there must always be boundaries that cannot be transgressed. Full stop. But over the past 6 years, the government has thoughtlessly or worse with intent eroded our environmental protection framework. The Bison Global Environmental Performance Index report has consistently put India at the bottom of its rankings. We were an alarming 177th out of 180 countries in 2018, faring badly on virtually all indicators environmental, health and policy, biodiversity and habitat, and water pollution and climate change. The pandemic should have made the government effect and reconsider its environmental and public health governance. Instead, the ministry is handing out clearance during the lockdown without proper public consultations. The announcement of coal actions by the Prime Minister in previously declared no go areas signals that the government is in no mood to course correct. The distress draft environmental impact assessment notification, which among other provisions gives a clean sheet to polluters violating environmental regulations through ex post facto approvals will unleash unprecedented devastation on our environment. Full stop. OPEC reviews. It was apparent that a Narendra Modi-led Bharatiya Janata Party government would be destructive to India's environment. Going by Mr. Modi's track record in Gujarat as Chief Minister during the 2014 election campaign, Mr. Modi slandered the United Progressive Alliance government and the Environment Ministry for being an impediment to the nation's growth. From the very start, the government has desperately sought to project an image of ease of doing business to the world, mindless of consequences. It formed multiple committees, diluted laws and regulations across the board, and opened up vast tracts of forest land to a select few in the private sector. In 2014, the TSR Subramaniam Committee was set up to review 6 major environmental laws. Another committee was formed to amend the Coastal Regulation Zone 2011 notification. Both faced immense criticism for opacity and not consulting a wide range of stakeholders. The TSR committee report was never released, but some of its recommendations were surreptitiously implemented. On similar lines, the 2018 notification was rejected by the National Fish Workers Forum and other stakeholders for threatening the livelihoods of fishing communities and destroying coastal ecology along India's 7,500 kilometer long coastline. These communities contribute more than 50,000 crore annually to the Indian economy. They are severely impacted by climatic change and natural disasters and are left to fend for themselves by the government. Likewise, the National Board for Wildlife, the Forest Advisory Committee, and expert appraisal committees are approving projects and in and around protected wildlife areas without following due process. The North Indian Plains and the National Capital Region are engulfed in a debilitating smoke year after year. According to a study in the British journal The Lancet, 12.4 lakh deaths, example 12.5% of all deaths in India in 2017 could be attributed to air pollution. Yet there has been so concerned action to address this public health emergency. Instead of stringent measures to control emissions from thermal power plants, the government extended deadlines for compliance and has made a U-turn on clean coal. फुल स्टॉप. अगर आप इस वीडियो को देख रहे हैं, डिक्टेशन को लिख रहे हैं, तो इसको टाइप कीजिए. टाइप करने के बाद आप इसको मैच कीजिए. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. और वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, डिक्टेशन को लाइक कीजिए और शेयर कीजिए अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल के साथ।